Hello and welcome back to Fast Gadgets. Today I want to talk about my experiences and my feelings using MacBooks. Now, I'm sure that many of you have been using Macs for a long time, and there are even more of you who honestly don't even care about Macs, and they're using PCs and you're happy with the PCs. I just wanted to give you my feedback and my impressions of what I've learned having used Macs about 80% of the time for the last month or so. So before then, I was always using PCs. So one of my go-to machines, Lenovo Yoga 2 Pro, very good machine, very light, easy to carry. This particular machine I'm running Linux on, and I really do enjoy it. Very stable, very reliable, and for the most part, does everything I need to do. So, maybe 2 or 3 months ago, I started watching videos about Macs, and I became really curious about how well everybody seemed to enjoy their Macs and how they worked. So, I was using my wife's MacBook Pro, which is a 2011. And she always complained about how heavy it was. So this particular MacBook Pro, and it's got a cover on it, by the way, so it doesn't actually look this dingy. She complained about how heavy it was, and since it's a 2011, it actually is pretty heavy, I have to admit. So carrying the Lenovo, which is I think almost 3 pounds, versus this one, which I believe is 6 to 7 pounds, is quite a difference, and you can see the thickness of the Pro 2011. But being in information technology, being an instructor of information technology at colleges, I wanted to learn about the Macs and what they do and how they work. So after I bought my wife the MacBook Air 2014, which she really likes, I decided, well, why not learn about the MacBook Pro? And I do have a video with the 2011 that I'm going to show in the next week or two. So subscribe to my channel so that you can see that video, because I do an upgrade to the 2011 Pro. I upgrade it to 16 gigabytes RAM and a 500 gigabyte SSD, which is an awesome performance boost for the system. Also, as many of you know, or those who are on my, who have been watching my videos or subscribed, I purchased a MacBook Pro 2008, and I wanted this one to experiment with and try different things and benchmark and learn, what the differences are between this one and the 2011. And I was really pleased to find out that this 2008, 8 years later, is actually able to do pretty much everything. In my previous videos, I have done an upgrade to this unit. I put in a 250 gigabyte SSD. I upgraded the 2 gigabytes of RAM to 6 gigabytes of RAM, all of which have greatly improved performance. And as far as rendering videos, just subjectively, now I'm going to do a video in the future where I actually benchmark and compare this one against my 2011. The 2008, if I did a 10-minute video, it would take about an hour to actually render or export the video. The 2011 could do it in about 10 minutes. So a huge difference. Does that mean this one is not useful? Absolutely not. I can still do everything on it. What I do like about this 2008 is the screen. Much larger, vibrant color. For me, who's both nearsighted and farsighted now because I'm older, I have to say it's so much easier for me to be able to read the 15-inch MacBook Pro 2008 versus the 2011. So resolution is the same, but the 2008 just so much easier for me to read. I would have to say of all of the units that I use, even the Lenovo, which has a super high DPI display, 3200 by 1800, this one by far is the easiest for me to read. Am I going to convert 100% to Macs? No. Why? Because although there is a lot to learn on Macs and there's software that is useful for me, I found for video editing that iMovie is probably the best for me anyway because of the expense. It was only $19, $19.99, can't complain. It does just about everything I need it to do. I can run all my applications on it. They're wonderful in that regard, but I can still run Windows 10 on this. I can run Linux, and I know many of you are going to say, yes, but you can do that with a MacBook too, and that is true. You certainly can. But bang for the buck, this Lenovo, for me, at the time when I bought it brand new, it was $1,200. And this was 2 years ago now. I was able to purchase an i7 with a 256 gigabyte SSD and 8 gigabytes of RAM. At the time, I was interested in getting a MacBook. And I went and looked at the MacBook Pros and I looked at all the Mac and Apple products, but price-wise, it was double the price for the same hardware. In many cases, more than double the price. So a MacBook Air of the time that was equivalent to this was very expensive, easily more than twice what this unit was. So I'm very pleased with this Lenovo. I think what probably is in the cards for me in the future is I'm going to end up using both. For me, it's a matter of utility, what I can do with it and what I can get out of it, as well as the learning. So I think it's important for us who are IT professionals to keep learning about new technology. It's kind of like a muscle that you have to stretch and exercise on a regular basis. You cannot rest on what you knew. You have to grow in the new technology that comes out. And like I talked about on this channel, I'll be looking at old technology, new technology, what got us where we are today, what's coming in the future, a little bit of everything. But just wanted to give you my 2 cents on where I'm going to end up with Mac technology and Apple technology. I don't ever see myself using an Apple phone, but again, I shouldn't say never because one never knows. I've been an Android user since Android came out, but I've been using PCs, and honestly, this is my first month that I've used Macs, and I know there's a lot of criticism about the pricing of Mac technology, and I really do have to agree. That is the inherent problem. To buy Mac technology means that you're going to have to pay as much as 2 times what PC technology is. The other criticism that I hear about Mac technology is that the new equipment is not upgradable. Well, I'm thinking this Lenovo I have here, The only thing that I can upgrade in this is the hard drive, the SSD. So it's not just Mac technology that isn't upgradable anymore. It's everything. As a consumer, I think we have to realize that all these products are becoming disposable. We buy them, we use them, we get the use out of them that we need. They become older. New technology comes out that's faster and better, and we essentially dispose of this technology. Hopefully, um, instead of disposing it, we recycle it. But at any rate, so that criticism of Mac technology and Apple technology being non-upgradable, it is not just Apple. It's all companies. So that's my take on Macs and what I plan to do with them. Yes, I love using them. I enjoy them. I think they're a wonderful product. I also enjoy using Linux, so I'll keep doing videos on Linux. And right now, I don't have Windows on my Lenovo, so I don't know how many Windows videos I'll be doing, but a lot of people do Windows videos. So here, we'll talk about Macs, we'll talk about Linux on this channel, and maybe eventually we'll get around to Windows again, and we'll go from there. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the future.